EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. Is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First play and a first pass for Murray. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, Murray. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one, and to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray on the move to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets that big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff. You go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to...
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, battled at the line and intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Matt Judon, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Murray's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards that time for number 19. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried a stress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now here's the option play going left. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now Fields. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney, 31 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to make it 4th down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st down, it's Fields. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14. And the Bears first down.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. First down carry by Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll come up now on second and a yard. Here's Fields. There's the stiff arm. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing again is Fields. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going?
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Aaron Donald able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack on first down, Fields. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw, Fields. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Gay's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Murray now, eluding the pressure right. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do. We kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now, this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Hayden Hurst, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Murray throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, and here's Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Fields. He's got Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Back to throw, Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
All eyes on Fields.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the Cardinals